안녕하십니까. 글로벌 모니터 안근모입니다. 유럽중앙은행 ECB가 정책금리를 인하했습니다. 지난 6월에 이어 이번 사이클에서 두 번째 인하 결정입니다. 모든 이코노미스트들이 예상했던 그대로였습니다. ECB는 새로 업데이트한 경제 전망에서 올해와 내년 그리고 2026년 성장률 예상치를 일제히 낮춰 잡았습니다. 그렇다면 금리 인하에 가속도를 붙여야 할 수도 있겠습니다. 하지만 문제가 있습니다. ECB는 올해와 내년 근원 인플레이션 전망은 상향 수정했습니다. 그렇다면 금리를 다시 인상해야 할까요? 크리스틴 라가르드 ECB 총재는 정책 금리의 방향이 인하라는 점은 아주 명백하다고 밝혔습니다. 하지만 향후 행보에 대한 가이던스는 일절 제공하지 않았습니다. 라가르드 총재는 금리 인하의 순서나 규모는 미리 결정되지 않는다고 강조했습니다. 계속해서 데이터에 의존할 것이라고만 말했습니다. 수많은 불확실성이 존재하기 때문에 그렇게 하는 것이 타당하다고 라가르드 총재는 밝혔습니다. 미리 정해놓지 않는다면서도 다음 달 회의에서는 금리를 내리지 않을 거란 메시지를 ECB는 비공식적으로 시장에 전달했습니다. ECB 결정이 발표된 뒤 로이터는 익명을 요구한 3명의 소식통을 인용해서 10월에는 금리 인하가 없을 것 같다고 보도했습니다. 추가로 더 확보할 수 있는 정보가 많지 않기 때문에 오는 12월 회의까지 기다리는 게 더 낫겠다는 설명이 붙었습니다. 라가르드 총재 기자회견 핵심 내용을 함께 보시겠습니다.
The Governing Council today decided to lower the deposit facility rate by 25 basis points. We are determined to ensure that inflation returns to our 2% medium-term target in a timely manner. We will keep policy rates sufficiently restrictive for as long as necessary to achieve the same. We are not pre-committing to a particular rate path. In any case, we stand ready to adjust all of our instruments within our mandate to ensure that inflation returns to our medium-term target and to preserve the smooth functioning of monetary policy transmission.
I have a question, of course, on the decision to cut by 25 basis points versus 50. So why did you go for 25? And my second question is looking into the future, given that the Fed also is going to start to cut. The macroeconomic picture is gloomier than before. Inflation is coming back. So what is the market right to anticipate that you cut another 50 by the end of the year? Thank you.
When you look at the incoming information, it confirms our previous projections, and it comforts us in our confidence that we are heading towards our target in a timely manner. So, during the course of 25 in particular, inflation will decline towards our 2% target. And we thought that, given that gradual disinflationary process, it was perfectly appropriate to moderate the degree of monetary policy restriction by cutting our deposit facility rate by 25 basis points. We all observe that the financing conditions continue to be restrictive, and the footprint of our monetary policy in the real economy has been visible. So, on the basis of that review of incoming data, staff analysis, consistency of the projections for the 5th exercise in a row, that decision to cut by 25 basis points was perfectly legitimate and, as I said, unanimously decided. Our path, of which the direction is pretty obvious, a declining path, is not predetermined, neither in terms of sequence nor in terms of volume.
You said again that the rates needs to be sufficiently restrictive for some time. How many times can the ECB cut interest rates before they are no longer sufficiently restrictive? So basically, where do you see the so-called neutral rate?
How long are we going to be sufficiently restrictive? Until we have been sufficiently restrictive. We have inflation at target during the second half of 2025, and that is on the basis of the baseline that we have in our projection. And we're going to observe how that baseline evolves over the course of time as data comes in to decide for how long we have to continue cutting rates and at what point we have been sufficiently restrictive. So I'm not going to give you any idea as to where R star is, because this is an unobservable concept anyway, and we will, as we get closer to it, we will know certainly better